Running series at Clark Lake. We have race director Pat Dwyer and from orthopedic rehab specialist Melissa Burgett. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Great to have you here. First, Melissa, I ran into Melissa earlier today. Melissa was at a career fair at the MLK Center, and you have your daughter Harper helping you out, and Harper's in the green room, and I should have introduced her, but because I didn't, I will now.
You will now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So here is Harper.
She's coming out?
Harper Burgett. No, we're coming
Oh,
after
there's
her.
Harpy.
So that's a fun summer vacation experience hanging out with Mom.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, we've had a great season of runs so far. Wonderful weather. It's been fantastic. And Run Clark Lake, I think there's some confusion because people call it Run Clark Lake and Clark Lake Run. What is it, Pat?
Well, do you spell Clark Lake one word or do you spell it Clark Lake? Two
Both
words?
ways. We all spell it both ways.
So we do my race both ways.
Okay.
And I do that with our tradition of confusing people.
That's fine. Either way, it's a great run and it's at Clark Lake.
Yeah.
How many years for this?
Well, the first year was 1976, and so this will complete a half a century of running at Clark Lake.
Wow.
Yep. So can I give you a quick history?
Sure.
So the first race was put on at the Clark Lake Lodge by Mike Woolsey, who I believe was running for JC then. And Woolsey got a handful of guys that were pure runners, and of course it was 76. Shorter won the 72 Olympics, 76 won the, So that was the running boom. Your brother-in-law, Billy Lundberg, was at Kansas.
Oh yeah, they all had long sideburns, mustaches, and short shorts.
Yeah, Speedos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Prefontaine era. So the running era was booming. So Woolsey got a handful of guys and word of mouth, and they ran around the lake. And I called him to make sure what the year was one time, and he said that they had enough money that the two of them that put it on, they went to McDonald's in 76. They didn't have enough money to pay for both their order, but almost. So at about that time, Tom Collins was, the bar was just getting going back up, reopening, and he was the head of the Lions Club, and Louis Ames, who ran for Lumen also, Christie Cross, and I said, well, we should make this part of the summer festival and the barbecue and Raftorama. So we put it on Sunday and started it at the Beach Bar full time in '77. And that was the CL7. It got the name CL7. Back then there wasn't that many races in the state. So we got all the premier runners from Ann Arbor, Lansing, the site of Detroit, Toledo. Just about everybody ran that were pure runners. It wasn't so recreational then. And so our reputation caught on real quick. The running series back then, Step One running store with Wayne Molitor in town, brick and mortar building actually with a running store. And his race, the Devil's Hollow, the Rose Run with Mike McGlynn had, and then our race made up the first running series in town. So we went on as the CL7 for quite a while, and then we decided to go to the triathlon. So we kept running at Clark Lake with the triathlon. We stopped the CL7. And Peggy Collins, who's an avid runner, she ran one marathon. She won the senior division in the Traverse City Marathon. She says, we got to have the run at the bar. She said, I don't care what it takes. So we started it back up. And then that went on like that as a CL7. And then Tom said, if we're going to do this, let's do it right. And so I said, all right, I'll take it over. And I joined USA Track and Field, got, of course, certified to a 12K, which is a recognizable international distance. Added the 5K run, 5K walk, and the kids run.
And it's
been the same.
That's what it is today.
Ever since, yeah.
Melissa, I know we've had a great turnout at all of the races. I think we've set some records on
I
some
think
of them.
we have for the participation just this summer. One fun fact that I did look up on the way here is we're 8 races deep, right? So Run Clark Lake is going to be race number 9. We already have 66 series qualifiers. We finished last year with 74.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we are blowing it out of the water
Yeah.
at this point, which is fantastic. We already have five or six children that have run at least half of the races. So that means like the series in itself to qualify is 6. We have 6 children that have run all 6.
Wow.
That is great.
amazing.
So yeah,
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
yeah.
What do you count? What's children? What age?
The kids runs.
Okay,
Our
the kids runs.
runs. Yep. So we
Yeah.
started a kids series this year where it's really more the participation than it is any finishing awards, since all of the distances are different and the kids' ages can be anywhere from 0 to 10. So it's if they run more than 6, just like, or 6 or more, like the adults, then they'll get a special award at the end of the series. And we already have 6 children that are qualified as well.
That's awesome.
A lot of the reason that there's the growth in the races is because of her
Oh, I know
efforts with the series and you know, coordinating, putting the word out. The series awards ceremony itself is really, really cool. Don't you think that's
Yeah,
like
I think it is.
You know,
Yeah.
all the people that won their age group, et cetera, they all there at the Groundhog Run, and most of the directors are there, and it's, you know, it's a celebration of the year.
Yeah, this race series is at an all new level, and it's amazing. And you're right, Pat.
Yeah.
It's Melissa. She's worked miracles to build this into this really well respected, and it draws from far away people, as they did years ago, coming from Detroit and Toledo. They still are. So
I
way to
can't
go.
take credit for all of this, guys. I appreciate it, but I think this really more just speaks to the communities,
Well,
Yeah.
certainly, we need
right?
the
I mean, we
runners, yeah.
have, for where we are, we have a lot of very active people that enjoy the community engagement piece, and by just having us have these events, I feel like is elevated itself.
And we're becoming a healthier community.
We are. We really are.
Yeah, you know, with the series, with the Y back up and running, and I was on the board there for 2 times, 2 4-year terms, and so I know what goes on down there, and a lot of people don't realize what their mission statement is beyond just the men's athletic club and stuff. If you know the whole mission statement and our mission statement with running and everything, pretty viable, healthy community. I mean, it's out there if you want it. Come and join us.
Yeah.
You know.
So we've got, every race has some unique features. What would you say, what's the hallmark of the Run Clark Lake?
Well, obviously the history is one, but the other thing is, you know, we got built in beautiful course. You know, started off, you're running the shoreline of Clark Lake, and that's pretty hard to beat. And then the beach bar is been the host, and they're committed. They love running. Their whole family ran. Matter of fact, Tom Collins' birthday had he been alive, he would have been 82 yesterday.
Okay.
And that's
Did
one of my continuation of that. Is,
Wow. Did John run too?
John, when it was the CL7, I think John still held the 13 and under course record.
Oh, okay.
And then his daughters, the twins,
They
won
were big runners at Columbia.
the basketball. But
Oh.
when they were in the kids run, she was, I think, the first girl to win the overall and beat the boys and everything. One of the twins were, you know. So yeah, they're a running family. And like I mentioned, Peggy, she ran 1 marathon and she won the Masters age division of the Traverse City Marathon. So she was an
I
accomplished
did
runner.
not
Yeah,
know
that's-
that.
that's-
Yeah. So I started running back then, and you know, I ran several marathons and stuff, and I was a seated runner. I won my age group in the series here in Jackson. And I was a seated runner at Krem, which was not a, you know, it was something you had to achieve not by age, but by flat out time. And I did that when I was like 49. I was up there with the Kenyans and that, and I saw them for 1 block. The first corner, I never saw them again.
Well, we certainly have some great runners in town.
Yeah.
We do.
You need more signups though.
Oh,
We're-
always.
Yeah.
We have room for everybody. I mean, I checked the numbers again at 261, so we're up 100 from where we were this point last year. So we're trending very well, and that's a very popular race. So ORSRaceSeries.com is where you can find all the information on all the races and register there. And to piggyback off of Pat, I mean, there aren't any other races where you can cross the finish line and then walk yourself directly into the lake to start cooling off. So it makes my life a lot easier on race day.
You can take a right and jump in the lake, or you
Yep.
can take a left, and if you're of age and you want to, you can imbibe in a draft beer.
Yep.
So
Yes, I've seen people
Lots
do
of perks.
both.
yeah, watermelon. we got water. You know, it's a summer race. We do it up good.
Well, if it's like all the other races we've had this summer, it's going to be hot.
Yes. Yes, and it has been hot. But we'll have our popsicles too. So
We've got great sponsors. I know M&K
Yeah.
and ORS and JTV here. We're very pleased to be
Absolutely.
part of this.
we're very blessed.
You mentioned what one of the reasons racing is up is a lot of these races aren't that old,
Yeah.
and the community and the sponsors that jump in and the sponsor support and stuff. Every little burg up just about has a race. The Grass Lake's got their run. Hanover's been there forever. Concord's been there forever. But these smaller communities, it's just like when I went up to the Grass Lake Girls Softball Championship, the whole town shows up. And that's kind of the way it is with their summer festivals and their events. It's their day to shine, and so many people set their best foot forward to bring the runners and show them the community's best foot.
There you are. Same
Yeah.
with Clark Lake. All right. Make sure you get there. Sign up now. Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, totally enjoy it every time.
Pat Dwyer and Melissa Brigette with the ORS Running Series and Run Clark Lake.